What's up YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys a couple new VGC 2015 battles. You can see my team on the bottom is going to be that Charizard, Venusaur, Hitmontop, Rotom, Wash, Cresselia, Landorus team that I've been testing out. If you guys are familiar with the team, I've been using it this past few weeks. I've tested it on my stream. I've tested it in the past few Showdown live videos I've uploaded. So I really am very comfortable with this team. It is very hyper aggressive, and it takes a little while to start up, but it starts to accumulate such overwhelming advantages that I can start trading inefficiently to win my games, and these next few games are going to be examples of that. So, starting it off against Aura Storm Lucario, who has Metagross, Hydreigon, Volcarona, Sylveon, Suicune, and Terrakion. What I wanted to do was lead with the tried and true lead for this team, which is Charizard, and it's going to be Hitmontop, I think. So Charizard, Hitmontop going to be coming out here. Charizard, the main player in this team, best support Mega, I think, right now. That still has like offense. Like Venusaur is a great support Pokemon, doesn't really have that offense. So is Mega Slowbro, but Charizard brings the offense, and I like it a lot. So we start off getting Intimidated on Terrakion, and Megaros obviously has Clear Body, so he's protected. Speaking of Protect, Terrakion's going to pop up Protect this turn, not want to do any fake outs. Metagross is going to do the same. I take full advantage of this and go for a fake out on a Terrakion just to keep it honest. Worst case scenario, he wide guarded, and I pop a substitute with my Charizard, so I'm extremely safe here. Like I said, this team takes a little while to get going, but once you start getting going, the amount of advantages you like accumulate are just too overwhelming to, I guess, like be able to deal with. So now that Charizard's a priority target, I'm going to pop a Protect. And usually when you pop a sub, most people don't expect to have Protect and sub. And in this case for my opponent, it was like the worst case situation here. You also saw I switch into Landorus to wear a second layer of Intimidate onto that Terrakion and the first layer onto that Metagross. Even though I layered Intimidate onto that Metagross, it doesn't really matter though, because he's going to pop an Ice Punch using that Tough Claws to one-shot my Landorus, and Terrakion will go ahead and break my Charizard substitute with his Rock Slide, but he's not going to get away with it for free. He's going to take about a third, and Metagross is going to take all of its health. So I effectively revealed a little bit of strategy, but I got 2 Intimidates on a Terrakion and traded a Landorus for a Mega. So I definitely think that's worth it. Hitmontop's going to come and layer a... No, this is the third Intimidate on Terrakion. So Terrakion has 3 Intimidates right now. I could probably just eat a Rock Slide, and I'm just going to play it super safe, protect with my Charizard, and obviously, I knew the Draco was coming. This is a very expected play for my opponent. And go for a stabbed close combat off the Hydreigon. It's actually not that big of a deal that I don't pick up the one-hit KO here. It's actually going to go into my favor later, because we see him switch his Terrakion out. Going into his last Pokemon, Volcarona, he was expecting me to close combat that slot and probably go for like a Heat Wave or something. I'm also going to switch my Charizard out here. I don't want to just fodder it for free to Hydreigon if that is a Specs version. If he's timid and Specs, he's going to outspeed me. I don't even want to open myself to get crit. I'm just going to go for a priority feint, taking out the Hydreigon, and it's down to Terrakion and Volcarona to try to squeeze this one out. Another good thing my opponent did was switching his Terrakion out when he was at -3. Pretty good stuff, but not good enough. Turn 6 is going to start out with me feinting the Terrakion, breaking the Protect, and going for a stabbed Giga Drain. Remember, all moves go through Protect once they've been hit by Feint, which is the priority move. So I took out the Terrakion, but I ended up eating a Fiery Dance, and he actually got the proc in the sun. So unless this Volcarona goes crazy, I'm probably going to run away with this. I go for a feint just in case, he's trying to wait out the sun. I really thought that he might try and just protect here to wait out the sun so he'd be faster than me. Like, I really, really thought that. That's why I went for feint. And I guess it's not going to work out, but I did almost do half. And, well, it's time for Charizard to come in here. And like I said, Volcarona has to go off and win this game. And I'm just not going to give it a chance. He's going to go for a Fiery Dance. Going to leave my Hitmontop at 1%, even though I have that special D drop. I'm still alive. And Heat Wave is just going to be enough to finish it off. I had no idea what that was. It was probably just full speed special attack. But if it was like full HP, like special D, Assault Vest Volcarona, I guess he might have been able to do something. Anyways, that is game 1 of this team. I like to take it a little bit slow the mid game and late game, though. I just like to steamroll it and come out strong. We're going to go into game 2 now. And there we go. So we're leading off against Awakened City, who has a Rain team, which has Double Genie, Scizor, and Gengar. It looks like it could be a little bit of a Perish Song team. it just looks like a really standard team, but it might have a little bit of Perish in it. I think Gengar's a great addition to this guy's team. I don't really know why Scissor's in it. I think Scissor would have been much better off as like a Mawile, but we're just going to start things off and get right into it. So, like I said earlier, I'm leading off with Charizard, and do I lead with Hitmontop? I do. So, remember, I am showcasing the Charizard Hitmontop lead these games. That was the whole point of the video. So, Charizard Hitmontop leading off against Thunderous Gengar. So, my opponent right off the bat, he's eating a useless Intimidate, but he definitely has the advantage. I can't really do any damage to Gengar with Hitmontop, so I decided to go with a Fake Out onto Thunderous. Gonna flinch it for the first turn, no Thunderbolts there. What I really want to note is after I eat the Sledge Bomb and then pop my super nice substitute. Notice I didn't get poisoned. Was that Thundurus went after my Charizard? Now I'm gonna pause this. So the reason why that's very important is I don't know what speed this Thundurus is. You may just think, oh, Thundurus is faster than Charizard. Of course it's gonna go first. Well, if you went for a Thunderbolt, like it looked like he was nuking my Charizard. If you went for a Thunderbolt, Fake Out would have been correct. You know, that's the thing that goes next in the priority moves list, I guess. So Thundurus would have been faster, but if you went for a Thunder Wave, it's just a little bit weird. Like I have no clue what its Thunderous speed is, and that's a great play for my opponent there. So we're gonna get right back into it. I switch into Venusaur. I'm trying to make a really cool play this turn, going for a Mega Evolve. So I'm switching in here, knowing that I'm fully safe in doing so. I'm protecting. I'm doing the same combo I did last turn, but this time I'm switching to my Venusaur so I can potentially get a Chlorophyll Venusaur on the board and then try and steamroll victory from there. But I get Thunderbolted and Paralyzed. So I made the perfect play. It ended up not working out, and losing your Venusaur against a rain team is one of the worst things you can possibly do early on. So not the best play there. I also lose my stub, but there's a reason why I wanted to bring you guys this game second. So I go for Heat Wave, Burn, Heat Wave, Burn. I mean, the burns in this game, I actually think this is one of the funniest games I've played recently on ladder. So I got a double burn off of a Heat Wave, and now I just have to play the waiting game against this Thundurus, and I should be able to eke out a couple free turns with my Charizard before it's going to go down to one of his water types. I decided to go with Rotom. He decided to go with Ludicolo. I really thought Scizor was coming in here. That's just what I was feeling, and I guess I felt wrong. So I decided to go with Protect. He's reading me like a book here, but there's nothing I can really do. And he Thunderbolts just to maybe try and get lucky. There's nothing I can really do. Rotom's going to get flinched, and we're just trying to wait out the clock on this Thundurus here. So I really don't need that Thunderbolt, and I actually have no idea what the freaking Thundurus' speed tier is, so I have to switch out, wear down another useless Intimidate. That's the second one of this game, and he goes for a pretty big Thunderbolt, and then Ludicolo is, well, going to get Volt Switch on. I do not want to let myself get Giga Drained by that Ludicolo. I think it's game over if that happens. So I Volt Switch out. Notice I'm using Volt Switch instead of Thunderbolt, just more comfortable playstyle for me. Eat a Giga Drain here. It's going to crit, but it's not going to do enough. So Charizard is hopefully going to be able to wait out this Thundurus. That's the main plan. And I'm going to go for a Fake Out this turn onto the Thundurus, and now that's at 13%. He will go down at the end of the turn, even if this misses. Thundurus obviously is going to flinch. Heat Wave's going to come out, going to finish him off anyways, and actually critical hit the Ludicolo, and then I burn it. That's the third Pokemon that I've burned this game, the third one. And remember, he only has one Pokemon left. I have no idea what it is, but knowing that I have Rotom against what 4 Pokemon he has, like total, I should be fine. So Sunlight's going to fade. Whatever, there's only one more turn left for Ludicolo's gone. I send my Rotom back out. I'm probably just going to Protect with it. And he sends Scizor out. And I'm like, alright, this actually might be bad. He gets some Swords Dances off. I would just be giving him a free Swords Dance here. So I Protect here. I'm just playing it extremely safe. And he goes for the Giga Drain. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be his last chance for an Aerial Ace, which was very unexpected on my Hitmontop. I was actually expecting him to Swords Dance, so Hitmontop gets to go down for free. I guess Aerial Ace is actually taking the moveset slot of Swords Dance, but whatever. It's Rotom Wash for Scizor, and no Rotom Wash player has ever lost this matchup in the history of the game, and I almost become the first, because he's going to Bug Bite me for most of my health. I actually hit with the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm like, alright, I've hit with this. I can probably just sit back, relax, and win the game here. So I Protect here, and we're just going to try and wait him out. I'm just really hoping that he doesn't have Swords Dance, because I think he could Swords on some of my really obvious Protects, and I do not want that to happen. So he didn't Swords Dance, he goes for another Bug Bite, and I miss a Hydro Pump. I miss a Hydro Pump here. I got way too greedy. I should have just probably went for a Volt Switch. He actually doesn't pick up the KO with Bug Bite, and remember, Rotom Wash fourths the Bullet Punch damage, so he's going to try and get lucky here with the Bullet Punches, but I'm not going to let him here. He's going to go for the Bullet Punch. I know I've probably given away way too many spoilers to how this close match ends, but it comes even more down to the wire. Now, he's going to go for a Bullet Punch, and it only does 4%. Full HP Rotom is such a wall to this guy. I mean, I feel really bad for, like, the Scizor player, because, like, there's nothing he can really do. Because now that I've used Volt Switch, it opens me up to use Protect again. And, yeah, that's going to be the game. Gonna, like, timer, well, not really timer stall, just burn stall all of his Pokemon. I actually burned all 4 of this guy's Pokemon. So, yeah, talk about winning games you shouldn't win. This is one way to do it. Burn everything, and you barely win with 4%. Yeah, I definitely should have lost that game, but I shouldn't even have been put in that position in the first place if I didn't get paralyzed on my Venusaur. So I was definitely prepared to be completely fine if my Venusaur didn't get paralyzed. So just this is what's the correct word? What's a really cool word I could use here? I don't know, this is what I get for getting hacked early. I don't know. I give up. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration of my Charizard Hitmontop lead team. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll be streaming this team all week, so feel free to check that out at azubutv/thatsaplus1. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.